In the 1920s, America believed it had cracked the code of success. Factories ran day and night, cities stretched upward. New machines promised faster work and easier lives. Radios filled homes with music and confidence. Advertisements told people that happiness was something you could buy. Stock prices climbed so quickly that people stopped asking why. Banks encouraged ordinary citizens to invest. Teachers, shopkeepers, and factory workers put savings into the market. Some even borrowed money, convinced success was guaranteed. This was not greed alone, it was belief. The belief that progress was permanent, that the system knew what it was doing, that the American dream could not fail. But beneath the celebration, the foundation was cracking. Debt rose faster than wages. Stock prices drifted far from real value. Farmers struggled as crop prices collapsed. Prosperity was loud in cities, but fragile everywhere else. Warnings existed. They were simply ignored, because optimism had become culture, and doubt sounded like betrayal. On October 29, 1929, the illusion ended. The stock market crashed. Prices fell in minutes. Fortunes vanished before lunch. Panic spread faster than facts. People sold blindly, hoping to escape loss, only to deepen it. What began as a financial shock became a national emergency. Banks failed one after another. People rushed to withdraw savings that no longer existed. Entire lifetimes of work disappeared without warning. Businesses closed. Factories went silent. Jobs vanished. By the early 1930s, nearly 1 in 4 Americans was unemployed. The American dream, once loud and confident, became something people spoke about quietly, if at all. Bank failures didn't happen slowly, they happened suddenly. One collapse triggered another. Fear moved faster than information. Lines formed overnight outside locked doors. Some people withdrew their money just in time, most did not. Entire towns lost their financial backbone in a single morning. Trust, once broken, proved impossible to restore quickly. Money stopped moving. Businesses could not pay workers. Farmers could not sell crops. The economy froze, not because people refused to work, but because the system no longer worked for them. Survival replaced success. The Great Depression was not only economic, it was deeply human. Men who had once provided for families stood in bread lines, ashamed and silent. Parents skipped meals so children could eat. College dreams dissolved into daily survival. Families lost homes. Some built makeshift shelters from scrap wood and metal. These communities were bitterly called Hoovervilles. For farmers, disaster doubled. Severe drought turned fertile land into dust. Crops failed. Livestock died. The Great Plains became a wasteland. Families fled west, chasing rumors of work that rarely existed. This was not failure caused by laziness. It was collapse caused by systems that had promised safety but offered none. Children grew up quickly during the Depression. Schools closed. Books were shared. Classrooms emptied as teenagers left to search for work. Many never returned. An entire generation learned adulthood through hardship, not preparation. They learned to save everything, to waste nothing, to expect uncertainty. Those lessons stayed with them for life. The silent psychological toll. The Depression attacked more than wallets. It attacked identity. Men who had built careers felt useless. Shame became common. Silence replaced confidence. Pride collapsed quietly. Suicide rates rose, not because people lacked strength, but because hope vanished. This was a crisis no statistic could fully measure. A nation questions itself. For the first time in generations, Americans questioned progress itself. Was hard work enough? Could markets regulate themselves?
Did government have a responsibility to protect people or stay away entirely? Anger grew. Fear followed. Some lost faith in democracy. Others searched for certainty in extreme ideas. America stood at a crossroads, not between enemies, but between identities. A different kind of leadership. In 1933, Franklin Roosevelt became president. He did not promise instant recovery. Instead, he offered honesty. "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself," he said. It was not poetry, it was strategy. Through radio broadcasts, Roosevelt spoke directly to Americans, explaining policies in simple language. For the first time, people felt the government was speaking to them, not above them. The New Deal followed, not as a single solution, but as a series of experiments. Some failed, some succeeded. All shared one radical idea: helping people directly. Job programs rebuilt roads, bridges, and schools. Social Security gave dignity to the elderly. Banking reforms restored trust. Regulations acknowledged a hard truth: unchecked systems eventually collapse. America did not just rebuild its economy, it redefined responsibility. Resistance and debate. Not everyone supported these changes. Business leaders feared regulation. Politicians warned of government overreach. Critics called the New Deal dangerous. Supporters called it necessary. America argued with itself, openly, loudly, and emotionally. But it argued instead of collapsing. That debate became part of recovery. A changed nation. When prosperity finally returned, America was different. Savings mattered. Insurance mattered. Stability mattered. People no longer believed success was automatic. They believed it had to be protected. Modern banking laws, labor rights, and social safety programs traced their roots back to this moment of failure. The American dream survived, but humbled. Final reflection. The Great Depression did not destroy the American dream. It stripped it of illusion. And what remained, harder, wiser, more cautious, was something stronger than optimism. It was resilience. History does not only warn through wars and revolutions. Sometimes it whispers through empty factories, silent farms, and families learning to survive without certainty. The Great Depression was not America's greatest defeat. It was America's greatest reminder that dreams must be protected, not assumed, and that progress without balance eventually collapses.